guys? The Petros 14 here. I am joined by two or three faithful members of UnPhasedGaming, and this is the first episode of the Destiny Podcast. Now, you guys are going to be wondering exactly what this podcast is. It's like normal other podcasts. We'll be talking about different topics on Destiny, just different things that go on during it. I don't know exactly how long it will be because I haven't really, I don't know exactly how much we'll be going over. And I've been going through and trying to get topics and things like that. So why don't you guys go ahead and introduce yourselves, I guess. We'll start with Kevin. Go ahead.
Well, my name is, as he said, Kevin, or aka SmartyPants62. I am currently a level 29, I'm a hunter. I finally got my auto rifle, but yeah, so that's pretty much just about me. So who's next?
Yeah, we'll go,
Chance.
Yeah, Chance is next.
Okay, I'm Chance, the Trickster 121.
Yeah, you have to speak up there, buddy.
31. Bite me.
Bite you? You're level 31. I can't bite you. You kill me.
Precisely.
Yeah.
Joseph.
So what all characters do you have and leveled up and things like that?
I have all three. I have a hunter, a warlock, and a titan.
Okay.
The hunter's level 28, the warlock and the titan's level 27. Or vice versa, one of the two.
Okay.
I play mainly as a warlock.
Joseph.
Joey.
And my name is Mikazuki Samu.
Okay.
Professional out of Dust 4.
Yeah, the professional. Yet I'm the one that got us all started on Destiny, and I'm like the lowest here. Besides Kevin, I'm way higher than him. So you got what's different things that you have like character-wise? Joey.
QB, he's talking to you.
Yes.
Yeah. What's the different characters and stuff that you have?
I have one of each. Titan's the best, in my opinion.
Okay. What are all your character levels?
31, soon to be a 32, a 29, and a 22.
Okay. Well, beans, your audio is cutting out for us, I guess, a little bit. That kind of sucks. So you'll be having a little bit of technical difficulties there. So I, as some of you guys will know, I am the Petros 14. And I currently have a level 29 hunter. I haven't played as much as the others. The only one that I've outplayed is Smarty Pants. And I do have quite a few different items and things like that. And I only have one other character, which is a warlock, and it's like level 13, and I haven't really tried leveling anything up. So anyway, so we're gonna go ahead and get on to our first topic of the night, which is basically what Destiny is. We're gonna try to get a little bit of input in from everybody here. What basically is the premise of the game Destiny? Anybody? No, but okay.
Cooperative play.
Cooperative play, okay. So we have different classes and things like that, right? Like we have like Hunter, Titan, and a Warlock, as everybody else has stated. You have multiple races. Joey, do you know what all the races are? Because I cannot think of all of them at the moment.
We have the humans, Awoken, and Exos, I believe.
Okay, and the Exos are more like the robotic, right? I guess you would call it that.
Yeah, they're really robotic.
It's kind of weird, but And then the Awoken are just... What would you consider the Awoken?
NLS stores are peak.
Aliens.
Just
Yeah,
aliens?
pretty much the
Is that
alien
what,
race.
that's how you would consider 'em? Okay. So... Let's see. What do you think... In y'all's personal opinion, what do you think the main thing is in this game that you're trying to do? Like, what is the main premise behind the storyline and the different game modes and things?
Stores are full.
Defeat evil and kick everybody's butt.
I'll take that. I'll take
Game
that.
sets it up for you to, be pitted against each other, vying for the top spot. 1 second, I gotta let a cat out.
Okay. Well, maybe while you do that, Joey, your insights,
Well,
please.
To be honest, it's supposed to be to create your own legends, but sorry, Bungie, y'all failed.
Yeah, and in a way, like...
As you can tell, some of us haven't been very happy with the game so far, but we still
Oh no,
play it.
everybody's...
So,
I think that all of us are, I guess, very happy with the game since
It's a
we all
good
play it.
game,
But
but it is somewhat lacking.
yeah, and from
yeah,
from,
I mean, it could be better.
from
That's what I'm trying to say.
from what everybody what was promised in the actual like the lead up to when the game was released, they promised a whole bunch of like different customizations and things like that, and when I'm saying that, like, as you said, the fact that it's lacking in what they promised. And in this podcast, we'll be talking about different things. Like, I guess you could consider it like we're not gonna try and up the game. I mean, we'll try and up what we like and things like that. But like, we'll give our honest opinions on everything that we're talking about. And if you don't like that opinion, that's your opinion. And there are different ways to play the game. There are different takes on like the storyline and things like that, and everybody has their own, I guess, insight on what everybody likes and what they don't like. So I was reading something on the Bungie forums for Destiny earlier, and a guy he was talking about like different Grimoire scores and things like that, and so like, if anybody doesn't know what a grimoire is, it's basically like a book that you can earn pages for. Like, you earn grimoire cards, and you can, I guess you would say you'd go through and you'd earn each card. Would you say that?
Ah, you suck.
And you would try to like build up what you know in the world, and actually going through and reading some of the cards that you get are pretty, they're pretty cool to actually go and read, because there's a lot behind it, and you build up a score with your grimoire. And somebody told me, or not told me, I was reading, somebody had actually got a really low grimoire. They got up to level 32. They were maxed out, and I was kind of surprised by that. And in order to do that, what all, like, how would that be possible? Like, I don't get that.
They're a hacker.
A hacker, okay.
Pretty much. I mean,
yeah, 'cause you look at it. Look at where we are. We're all level 31s. Me and Joey have the two highest. Grimoire scores at 2,265 is mine. Joey's at 2,285. And I mean,
Inbound Kestrel clears.
Yeah.
they have to put little or
Yes,
no effort into what
but-
they do. You can't go through
Yeah.
strikes and all that without getting a high grimoire.
You've got to search for the ghost for most of them. I don't search.
Yeah, but
Collecting
I've
weapons
found,
gets you some. Killing enemies.
Do you
but,
think
I mean,
it would be...
You gotta at least have the killing enemy once, because there's no way to get through half the stuff without killing somebody, even though a bunch of idiots like to run through and.
Do you think it would be possible to actually go through and get up to, like, the high 32 level? Like, if you're using a different character, and, like, you get the armor and stuff from, like, a different character or whatnot, and, on the character that's level 32 with that high, or that low grimoire, like, when you go, Like, what I'm trying to say is, like, would you be able to do that if you just did nothing but, like, timeless, like, uh, nothing but going out and doing Vanguard or Crucible? Do you think you'd be able to do that?
Level 32 doing that. No, you have to do the raids.
Well, yeah, I know that, but you don't think it would be possible to do that? Because,
Nope.
no?
Not with a low. No.
Yeah, because
That's my opinion, though.
because I know that, actually, I might be able to get, Legend.
Top legend.
Yeah, because I might be able to get Legend in here, although he's playing Advanced. Here, I will invite him to the party real quick, and I'll explain to him what's happening. But, so, because when you go through the storyline, the main storyline, that alone gets you quite a bit of Grimoire, to be honest.
Just so if no one does play the game, kind of explain what Grimoire is, if anyone.
Yeah.
truly knows.
Legend. Just so you know, at the moment we are. If you want to join us, you can. We are recording the first episode of the podcast, which I failed to let you know about that. But if you want to join us, you can.
Or you can be in the next.
Yeah, or
episode.
that too. That's up to you. But we are recording the first episode of the podcast, and I kind of, I guess, we're trying.
He dropped the ball pretty much. He forgot.
Yeah,
to tell you.
yeah, basically. We're talking about different topics and
Thanks a
things like
lot,
that.
man.
See if I can't.
Thanks a lot, man.
Huh?
But
You want?
Joey,
Thanks a lot, man, for telling me.
go ahead
yeah.
and kind of explain what Grimoire is. That way, people who doesn't kind of play this game wanting to get into it, knows what it is, kind of.
Yeah, Joe could. He could say that a little better.
Basically, the lore, the backstory of the game. They have all their stories and race descriptions, character descriptions, weapons, all of that.
Yeah.
Instead of reading pages in a book, you have to go on the internet and read it.
Yeah, and to me that kind of, I guess that's a little, not necessarily annoying that they would have that, but like there's so much that they have in the storyline that they've preluded to, that they have, I guess you could say, let everybody know is like there, but you have to actually like get like on the Destiny app or on the Destiny website in order to be able to go through and read it. And I don't know. I guess it would be a little bit annoying, I guess, in a way, but I guess it is a little bit of an incentive to actually go and try and find out. But a lot of people wouldn't really want to do that,
Not too many people want to read that stuff anyways, though.
Yeah, and I guess, but like if you're like me, I like actually going back through, and since the Grimoire are like official pieces of like evidence in the backstory for Destiny, and it's not just off of like some random mechanic that some nerd in a basement came up with, and he's like, oh, this is what happened. I think this is what happened, and made his own like different story to it. And this is like it gets you. For me, I like actually go back and reading the lore behind everything, and it to me that's really cool. Kevin, you had a question that you wanted to ask. Go ahead and do that.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Here's one question that I want to ask. When you are playing, say, like a mission where you have randoms playing with you, like the weekly or something like that, and you're on one of your other jobs that's not your favorite job, and you see someone playing it, but they're doing horrible, what is the first thing that comes to your mind, pretty much? And, like, what do you want to tell them, but don't tell them? Putting it in a nice way without, you know what I mean.
I'm not a very nice person, man. You can't ask these questions.
You're not okay.
Well then.
I guess that makes. Well, you're. Yeah, I guess you could be, considered a nice person, Legend.
I
Well, I mean,
don't know
just-
about that one, man.
Okay.
I don't know, just kind of
I'm an
answer the
honest
question.
person.
Yeah,
We
just
can put it
answer
that way.
honestly. You don't have
Well,
to.
I mean, just answer honest. Yeah.
Alright, wait, so what's the question again?
Okay, if
You see a
you're
person
play-
in a mission with you, and they're doing absolutely
Yeah.
terrible.
Yeah.
yeah, but they're playing the job
mean-
that you love the most,
And
or the class. Excuse me.
Approved personnel.
The class?
Yeah, if they're like, say you're a
I
hunter,
don't really.
you're playing as a
I
hunter,
don't
but
really
they're playing
worry
as
too
the.
much about how other people are doing it.
I mean,
Because how they're playing honestly doesn't affect me too much, even if we are doing a mission together. Because most missions in the game are pretty easily done by yourself,
okay.
if you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
So it's like,
yeah.
I don't really worry too much about how they're playing.
So, what if you put the level cap all the way up to 30 and had it where you can't solo it?
Well, yeah.
I can
Any
solo
input
it.
there on anybody? Joey, Chance, any input?
I can solo any mission in the game.
Yeah. Well, we know that because you're
Well, I
a
know you
freaking
can,
freak.
but I'm talking about if you had a random playing with you.
At that
Nah,
point, it depends.
Scared to put
If
in my
they're just
Destiny
goofing off, no.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna help them.
I'm like Joy.
If they sincerely are not really to
But I mean, if I
or-
see someone like really struggling with the mission, I'll go out of my way to go help them.
Yeah, I'm like Joey. If somebody is like, goofing off, or just like haphazardly just doing the mission and like not really caring, I guess. I personally I'm like, I'm not gonna go try and help them. But if they're actually like trying to go in and play the game in a way that can help, and they're not doing very well, I guess I would maybe consider like inviting them into a party and being like, oh hey, maybe trying to give them a few tips. But in all honesty, like I usually just overlook that. I know Chance, you do you usually get kind of aggravated with some people? I guess you could say it.
Most of the time they're dipsticks.
That's why I was scared to put my disc in.
He also gets them to send other people hate mail when they're innocent. Ahem.
Do we
Who
send hate
started
mail?
that? Not me. No, that was all
Can I
you
send
guys.
hate mail?
That was you or the leader who left. I did nothing.
You started it.
And
You
I
died
get
on purpose.
harassment mail.
Yes. On to our next question.
On to our next question or topic.
Oh.
Oh, look, we have a
Or question
we have a guest.
five.
Oh, okay, you're gonna be the table stripper. Hi there, Professor
Joey.
Chicken.
Third glimmer.
Yeah, we'll be throwing glimmer. Anyway, so as you guys can tell, if you haven't played Destiny before, ooh, these guys max. But there are randoms in this right now. We are currently in the main central hub of Destiny, and that is, I guess it's the tower, and you can basically go and it's a social area.
Go off the table.
And he's just gonna sit. Good. Okay. Anyway, so on to our next topic.
Get out of here.
So,
Yes, you heard
how
you.
to play the game.
Run.
That's the next topic is
I will
how
find
we
you
play the game.
and kill you.
So everybody has different play styles, right? I'll wait to you. Yeah, I'll wait to you. Okay. Here.
Oh dear God, get out of
Oh
here.
my gosh.
Go, go.
Oh, we got another one.
Yeah. Anyways, so we all have different play styles, right? And we all, I guess we would all, because I've never played Titan, so I don't know how to play Titan. Joey, you specialize in Titan. What do you think the best tactics and things for you that has helped you in like difficult situations and whatnot with you know, different like I said, with different situations? What is the best type of
They're teabagging.
play
I'm
style?
starting to take a little bit of offense.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, depends on the class, like subclass. Defender, typically you want to be more cautious and held back. Your aggressive abilities are not really pronounced, more defensive. Whereas your striker can be more aggressive with its shoulder charge, which is probably one of the most hated moves in Destiny PvP.
Yeah.
I agree.
So basically, like the premise of this question is like, what tips would you give new players on how to play a certain job class? Like, what's your main tips on how to like stay alive? I guess you could call
Start
it.
slowly and cautiously.
Move slowly and cautiously. Okay.
Don't just be rushing in and aggressive. Learn the abilities and subclasses before you start rushing in.
Okay. So I play Hunter a lot, and I'm definitely not the best Hunter. It's my highest class, and it's the only class that I have above 20. But I guess with any other like MMO game, I would suggest like Mikazuki said, I would take my time, I guess, in a way of like trying to actually learn like the different class abilities. Like with Hunter, you have Gunslinger and you have Blade Dancer, and Gunslinger is more of like a lone. Well, I guess they're both loner classes, I guess, and you could consider them. But Gunslinger's more for like recovery, and
Blade Dancer's all in your face.
Blade Dancer, you get more armor and agility, and your recovery on that for your health goes down quite a bit. But like Joey said, just basically trying to go through and learn different tactics on different ways. Like if you're with me as a hunter, I use a sniper rifle a lot because I don't guess you could say that it is one of the best guns to use as a hunter, because everybody has the best gun that they can use, like pulse rifles or hand cannons, auto rifles, and some people like to use more specialty items like shotguns or anything like that. And I guess it's just different for everybody because everybody has a different way of playing. And I guess you could say that since everybody has their different ways of playing, you would try to find your way as best as you can, I guess as quick as you can, because if you try to play Crucible, you're going to be pushed in not necessarily a central direction on how to play, but if you play like Crucible, or if you go into the hardest missions of the games, which is raids, which we still have not completed, because we can't get anybody to complete it. Nobody else. You're gonna find your own way, is what I'm trying to say. So, Chance, Warlock is your favorite class.
Yes.
What is the best way, in your opinion, to play the class? As a lone wolf or what?
Well, I don't know. If you like playing it, you can go either way. The Warlock's powerful enough with the right gear to run by yourself. However, the Warlock does have certain classes or abilities, whatever you want to call them, that makes it beneficial to run with other people. So it can go either way. I mean, you basically want to use the Voidwalker in PvP and the Sun Dancer, I think.
Yeah.
Sun thing Stalker's a harder hitter than the Sunsinger is.
Okay. So let's get on to the next topic. So, everybody likes hearing about new news and things like that in Destiny, like different game updates. Like this last one that we had, it's kind of lowered quite a bit of different things. Joey, do you remember all the statistics and things like that that happened in this last update that we had, which was last week? Do you remember what all they were, or do I need to pull those up?
You're getting molested.
About to get killed. He invited me to a party.
I mean, updates like to the weapons or just the game in general?
Like the weapons update, you know?
Once again, they tried their best to make it more balanced. They could have done a little bit better. Pulse rifles are still outclassed, even with precision shots.
Yeah.
And cannons are still very accurate from long distance.
Yeah.
Auto rifles seem a little bit more balanced, but maybe a little bit more for certain stats.
Okay. Is there any other news that anybody has heard based off of that? Because there's one thing that I have heard, and I'm not completely sure that it's true, about the next DLC.
He's 3 years old, Kevin.
What?
What was that?
But he sounds like he's 3 years old.
Anyway, so like I was saying, the next DLC, that is the one thing that, you know, we've been talking about as a group, you know, as far as like what it entails and like when it's coming out. And I've heard multiple times that it was going to come out. Like I've heard that it's supposed to come out in this month. I've heard that it's supposed to come out in May. I've heard it's supposed to come out in April. But I've also heard that it's supposed to come out next week. But I have no clue. So like, does anybody know exactly like any like specific details on that?
I honestly don't, because I haven't been able to find anything on it, so.
Okay. Have they announced anything, like, based on, like, the new maps and, like, game modes and things like that we're supposed to be having? Or is all that silent at the moment?
Isn't it supposed to
They
continue
actually
Cruta's raid?
released a new... Oh, supposed to be new.
Or
It's the House of Wolves, isn't it?
Yep.
So, like, it's all new content. But it's a little different. I mean, like...
I don't know if this is true or not either, because like I said, I haven't been able to find anything. But I've heard it's supposed to take place in, what is the name of that place? Out in Dead Orbit, or out with the Queen and her brother.
Well, the whole purpose, if you look at the photo that you pull up for like the season pass, for House of Wolves, you know, you have like 2 or 3 different distinctive photos, and one of them is the Queen, and then the other one of course was Crota and his raid, and then the other one was like the big, you know, scary, like crazy monster dude that's he's a captain. I guess you could call him a captain. Would you call him a captain? And that's one of the other, you
Probably an Archon priest.
Yeah, the big Archon priest. And I don't know if they're supposed to be continuing the storyline with that, as in like other Archon priests or anything like that. But they have been trying to give hints, I guess, in a way towards that, like with that picture and whatnot. But we're supposed to be getting a whole bunch of new like items, such as like gears. Of course, we're supposed to be getting new multiplayer maps, hopefully, which you know, should be awesome. What is the biggest thing that you guys expect out of this next DLC? Like, what is something that you really, really, really want?
Okay. I need to cut in real quick. We'll be switching towers, just a warning.
Okay. We will be? Okay. That's fine with me. So what is the I guess biggest thing that you guys are looking forward to? Like what you want in this next DLC? Personal opinion.
More guns, like they did with the Husk of the Pit.
Okay.
You actually evolve the weapon to a legendary and an exotic.
That is a cool concept. I really wish that they would want, I really wish that they would do more, guns like that, like as in, I guess different ways of leveling up. With the Husk of the Pit, you went from a rare or from an uncommon to a rare, then to a legendary, and then exotic. Was that how it was?
No, it's an uncommon to a legendary, and you can get exotic, but that's extremely hard.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, and I did look up some of the statistics on how to get it to exotic, and like you said, it does take quite a while in order to actually
Very
get
time
that.
consuming.
Well, any like exotic is sort of time consuming, I guess. Like with the exotic bounties, which I still haven't gotten one. Since the beginning of the game, I still haven't gotten one. I guess I'm just that really unlucky person. I'm the only one out of us that hasn't gotten one. But
Hey Jay, how many exotic bounties have you gotten so far?
oh my god, I don't even say it.
Oh, too many to count. I
you
start
lost
deleting
count?
them for fun now.
Well, he's probably gotten
Oh.
most of the exotics anyways. You know what I'm saying? Kind of annoying.
I've gotten 4 invective.
Yeah. So like.
Ants, I'm stealing your ship.
But yeah, like with the Husk of the Pit, different guns. Like I really do wish that they would do like even armor, upgrading armor to the point of like coming from an uncommon up to a legendary. That would be cool.
Basically, that takes the concept they wanted with the game. You are building legend.
Yeah,
This crappy piece of weapon is turning into something
that's really
amazing.
awesome. And to me, that personally would give me a lot larger of a feel for accomplishment. You know what I'm saying? Like when you hit 20, back when the game first came out, you could only go to what was it, 28, and
30.
was it 30? Yeah, it was 30 because they only raised it up 2 levels. But you felt accomplished. Like for me, I really did feel accomplished whenever I got up to, even where I'm at now, which is 29. But because it's taken me quite a while personally to do it, because I like to take my time on actually doing things. But like I said, with armor and things like that, it would be pretty stinking awesome to actually like go through and level up a piece of armor. And they haven't done that.
There's 2 things that I would love to see in the new expansion that I know is most likely never going to happen in the game, or at least for one of them, is being able to put more than one exotic item on
That would make it too powerful.
at a time. I mean, even if it's just
that
a
would
piece
break
of
the game.
armor. I mean, I don't care if it's just one more. I mean, I would love to at least wear 2 pieces of exotic armor at once.
Well, I personally, like, if they made it where you had to go through a physical mission, like a long, like, not necessarily a long storyline, but like a mini storyline to actually be able to go through and get, like, something in order to make it where you were able to get that extra exotic piece, that would be pretty cool. Make you have to work for it, not just hand it to you and be like, here's your free exotic. No, I personally would want to work for it. But that's personal opinion.
The second thing I really wanted in this DLC was, how you have all the little grunts
Yeah.
running around as an enemy. I want them to make them stronger and tougher to kill.
No.
I want to have a
No,
challenge.
because
I mean,
for me,
it would just
personally,
be
if
funner
they
to me.
upped any of them at the moment, you know, it's for me.
See the ship ride
The way that they have it is fine based on the mobs. Some of the times it can be really bogus on the spawn rates for the mobs themselves, as in like when they spawn and where they spawn. But the level difficulty for each different mob is fine, because they send them at you in such force that it does make you move. It forces you to move, forces you to think about where you're gonna have to go. And personally, for me, that's enough difficulty as it is. Because if they upped it anymore, I think it would be a little hard to do. But personally, one thing that I really wish that they would do in this next DLC is up the light level again. Make it where you can get even higher.
Remember to go up to 39.
Oh, we're supposed to go up to 39?
But the
That's news to me.
Because that's news to me.
Okay. So by next podcast, we should be able to have all of this found and figured out. So
well, I'll
we'll
have
let you
more,
know.
because hopefully they'll have more information posted, and especially if they're supposed to be releasing it next Tuesday, which I kind of doubt they would, because at the moment we're a week away and they haven't really released anything about it. And this last DLC, they actually did have a lot about it a week before. Like, they had all the maps lined out, they had everything previewed where you can go through and look at the different stuff online.
We even got a little movie trailer.
Yeah.
In the hub.
Yeah. And we haven't gotten anything.
Yeah.
We have not got a single freaking thing.
And that came a month before we ever got the
Oh, yeah.
DLC.
Oh yeah. And
Yeah, that's just wishful thinking.
it is. But and with this game, since the contract for this game itself, because by the time the contract ends, nobody will be playing on 360 anymore, because 360 will be obsolete. Everybody will be on Xbox One or PS4. Personally, I'll be going over to Xbox One. Just my personal opinion. We are on 360 at the moment. But it is a 10-year contract. That means it is a game that will be able to be played for 10 freaking years. Ever evolving, new DLCs not constantly, but you know what I'm saying. Like, new DLCs. That first season pass, the way I understand it, is that with that first season pass, you only get those first 2 DLCs. You have to buy another season pass, which actually makes it interesting, because unlike Call of Duty, when you buy that season pass, you get like 4 DLCs, and you don't get anything else. And that's, with this, it's one game. You have to buy that season pass over and over again, which means that there's going to be multiple seasons, I guess you could call it.
This is where there's going to be a lot of differing opinions,
Yes.
especially mine. This season pass is basically money grabbing.
It is.
All the information was already there.
Yeah. And I guess, you could say that, but with those first DLCs, these first 2 DLCs, it's made a lot of people mad about the fact that, with that first DLC, like within the first 2 months, you could actually glitch to the top of where you needed to go to actually do like the missions and things. And there were people that were glitching onto like the map, and everything was grayed out, and they could see what the missions were. Like 2 months into the game, they were already there, and it's kind of annoying, that they're not included into the original game, and with the DLC, they're not. It's not like they've pushed the game out, and then they're starting the DLC when the game comes out. It's already there. The code's already in the game. They're just trying to, wait in order to actually push it out. And then that is a little annoying.
Well, when I think of a DLC, I'm thinking totally new area,
Yeah,
totally new,
exactly.
world to go to, where they left it all in the same place.
And
Now, they may do that eventually. We don't know.
With this next DLC, I'm really hoping that they are,
Also,
because
more content.
yeah,
Yeah.
with this is just more missions.
More missions.
The only new content that they actually put out were the DLC maps, which are entirely new places that we've never seen, and the raid, and that's it. The other one, which is
There's
the strike
a
missions.
couple of weapons and armor.
Yeah, and that's it. They're just basically with the others. They're just reusing maps and things like that, like they were before. And it's not necessarily annoying. I mean, it's kind of annoying, but I'll go off to another game. Final Fantasy 11. I played, me and Smarty Pants, we played Final Fantasy 11 for a long, long time. We played for, what, 6, 7 years for that game? 8 years?
That's when you stopped. I played longer, but
Yeah, and by the time I stopped, we had gotten, like, 7 DLCs, expansion packs. And with each of those was it, how much was it? Was it 3 or 4? Okay.
you got 3, I
Anyways,
got 4 or 5.
with each of those expansion packs came brand new areas. They came out with all new continents. They came out with all new worlds. They came out with new places. And with this next DLC, I'm kind of hoping that we're going to be able to see all new maps, like new areas, because in the actual game, we only got to see a little bit of the reef, which is the area that Smarty Pants was talking about earlier that he was hoping.
With the queen and her brother.
With the queen and her brother. We only got to see that in a cutscene. That's it. No more, no less. And, that's a very, very minimal. And when we get to this next DLC, I'm kind of hoping that they'll actually open up to where you can go explore the reef. That's my hope. That is one of the biggest hopes that I really want. So, what do you guys think on that? Like, do you guys want that, or is that something that you guys would rather leave out?
Oh, I think it would be awesome to explore the reef, but that's just my opinion.
Joey?
Would be nice.
It'd be nice.
Could happen.
Yeah. I guess it's a possibility of the fact that it could happen, but it is a little bit of a long shot, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Chance, is there anything that you would really like to see in this next DLC?
I think it's going to go one of two ways. Or, well, we all know it's going to go at least one way. The House of Wolves is going to be introduced. Now, what all that entail, you don't know for sure, but eventually they're going to have a DLC that includes the EXO that helps you throughout the first set of storylines. Eventually she's going to have to play, and you're going to have to find out what exactly her whole deal is, because they just sort of leave you hanging. The first DLC has nothing to do with her, so you don't know where that story actually ends.
Yeah.
So either she's gonna be in this next story, or she's gonna have a whole DLC. I can see it going either way.
I personally, for me, I kind of hope that she has her own entire DLC. Kind of like Erin did. Erin had she was, when we first heard about her, she was a big deal because she had new items, she had new stuff, and they told a backstory for her. We have nothing about the stranger. I mean, the only thing that we got from her was the stranger's weapon, which is the pulse rifle, and that's it. Which is not it's not necessarily a bad weapon, but it's not the best weapon that you can get. It's rare, to be a fact. It's not that great. Anyways, so does anybody have any, like...
We brought up Aaron.
Yeah?
I have to say real quick, one of the best models I've seen in the game. They did a fantastic job.
Yeah, that is true. The model for Aaron was...
And the voice actor.
Yes. She did a fantastic job. Yeah. So does anybody, any of you guys have any, interesting stories from, this past week, or, even since the very beginning of the game that you guys would like to, talk about? Tell any interesting, funny stories or anything like that? New?
Too many to count.
Too many to count.
Joey likes to give people hugs.
Oh, yeah, that's right. So we were, and I'll go into this a little bit. We were playing Crucible. And if you don't know what Crucible is the basically the multiplayer. Like you have different.
The PvP of the
yeah,
game.
the PvP, and you have control, you have clash, you have which is really weird, and then you have two other ones. What are
Scrimmage.
skirmish? Skirmish. And what was the other one, Joey? Salvage?
Oh my gosh, no, it was all skirmish. We became
Yeah.
friends with the other team.
Yeah, it was me and Joey and Chance. We were all playing
Yeah.
at Chance's house, and
Chance didn't become friends with anybody.
yeah, Chance did not want to. He was running around
I'm a
killing
very friendly person.
and the one game stands out in my mind as one that's like really crazy, and we were on. I don't remember what map it is. It's the map with the giant spinning circle thing, and like you could stand on top of
It's
it.
called Asylum.
Yeah, and
It's Joey's favorite map.
we were standing there,
Oh.
and so Joey starts running up to the guys, and he starts like dancing and
And waving.
waving at them, and he starts sitting
And
down
waving.
and stuff, and they're killing him. Eventually, they get the message. They're like, "Oh, this guy wants to be friends. We should be friends with him too." So
Hey,
they,
he's not trying to kill us.
so as they're doing that, like as he's doing that, I sneak up behind them with my rocket launcher, the Truth, which is an exotic rocket launcher, of course, and I shoot them all. I kill every single one of them, and it was hilarious because then they start hunting me down, and eventually it got to the point where I was down a lot. Like every time I come up against them, I could not kill them because they were teaming up. There was one person sitting back in the back with Joey, and so
Inbound Kestrel,
in the end of it, we all become friends, and me and Joey are sitting on the thing, and Chance is still trying to kill them, but that's a minor detail. So we're all sitting in the back
Actually,
of the
I don't
map.
think he was even in here.
I was just watching.
Oh, was he just watching? Yeah, okay. But we're all sitting in the back of the map and waiting for the game to come to a close. And about a minute before the game came to a close, Joey looks over at me. He goes, "Dude, I got my super." And Joey was playing as a Titan. And if anybody knows
With
what a
shoulder tackle.
Titan has as their thing, it's like this big ground pound. Basically what happens is the Titan like jumps into the air and ground pounds like the Hulk, and like a giant explosive wave comes out and kills everything that's in it. And so he
They
looks
was
at me
sitting in
and
a
he goes,
small
"I
tight
got my
circle."
super." In the last 5 seconds, since we're all sitting up there on the thing, I'm gonna give them a hug. In the last 5 seconds of the game, Joey like he's comes down from a sitting position all the way into the air and like ground pounds all three of them, and I'm just sitting back laughing my butt off. And for like the next 3 games, we're just sitting there laughing and we're just joking around as we get into whole new lobbies. And that entire night we were just trying to make friends with people and not kill each other. And eventually Chance joined in and he just killed them all. So yeah, that's my story. Anybody else have any?
inbound Aruna-class transport.
Nobody?
Hold for cargo scan.
Already paid. That was the one I was going to tell.
Oh really?
I might think of another one later. I could tell, but as of this moment, I don't have one.
Okay. Well, I guess it is time to wrap up. Our time, actually, this
Well,
is
then
a
I'll tell it next
record time.
podcast.
Our time for this podcast is around 50 minutes, which is crazy because I didn't think we'd get that long. I really didn't think we would get that long and time.
Chance is speechless
Chances
over there.
like, this is the biggest waste of time that I've ever done. It's the biggest waste of time. And I'm just like,
I'm
yeah.
just listening.
Are you just listening?
I'm like kind of high right now, so.
Let's clarify this. He is not high on weed, okay? He's not high on cocaine.
Or coke.
He's not high on any, like, illicit drugs.
It is prescribed medication.
It is prescribed medication. He's on painkillers right now, which is probably why he's not talking very much. And since we're, like, recording this at, like, 11 at
Surprised
night.
he's not laughing right now.
Yeah.
So.
Probably is. He just probably has his mic muted. But, anyways, so we're going to wrap it up, guys. From all of us, I seriously, I thank you guys if you stayed this long for watching. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this episode. And for the next episode, we will be doing more topics, I guess you could say, and we will all, I guess, hopefully have a little bit more input on the matters that we have. I feel like I talked a lot.
This table is not big enough for all of us.
Kind of, like I said, we'll have better topics and stories and things like that to come. But anyways, I thank you guys for watching. We all thank you guys for watching, for that matter. And we will see you guys on episode 2
Come and watch us again
of the podcast. Thank you guys and see ya.